I could really use a change of scenery. Yeah. Everybody smoking all the greenery. Yeah. Clothes to match 'cause they were handed down to me. But I'm still fly, I know.
Hey, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Onyx here at Going Full Nerd. Now, here's the thing. Best of enemies, worst of friends. We're going to do a quick review on Tom and Jerry, a major commotion picture, whatever you want to call it. It's all good. I mean, it's actually been pretty much in the news recently because of some stuff that went down over at Warner Brothers. Now, here's the thing. My grandson and I, we watch Boomerang and Cartoon Network together. And when we watch those, we watch the classic cartoons. We watch Tom and Jerry, we watch Bugs Bunny, we do all that good stuff. But Tom and Jerry is one of our favorites. So here's the thing. There's nothing better than the senseless feud that seems to have gone on for as many years as I can remember and being able to share that with the next generation. Now, here's the deal. We get a new movie with Michael Pena, Chloë Grace Moretz, who else we got in it? We got Scarlett Johansson's husband, dude from Saturday Night Live, whatever. And, you know, here's the deal. You know, I look at this and I get confused when I watch this movie, when I watched it. Because here's the thing. Here's my thoughts. Kid movies with lessons and Easter eggs for the adults, they're getting more and more commonplace now. It is what it is. We're going to see it. We get this all the time, you know, from the major motion picture companies and the major animation players, and they use these classic cartoon characters to kind of cash in on the nostalgia element for many of us adults. Now, here's the deal. Tom and Jerry is no different. This is what they're doing. Now, we know the basic premise. It's cat versus mouse. Okay, and watching this movie, it plays that to the max, but it's missing something I just can't place my finger on. Now, like I said, Tom and Jerry, the movie, has actually been in the news. Why? Because people who were looking to watch Tom and Jerry on HBO Max ended up seeing 1 hour of Zack Snyder's Justice League, quote unquote, by accident. Now, that should kind of tell you a little bit about Tom and Jerry, the movie. Or it could tell you a little bit about what people at Warner Brothers think about Zack Snyder's Justice League. Now, I think it's all a cash grab in the whole 9 yards. Why? Because I really think because of how Tom and Jerry was put together, and I don't think it's doing as great as people would think, okay, or as the studio would want. So they did something. I think they ended up leaking some of Zack Snyder's Justice League into the streaming version of Tom and Jerry the movie in order for people to get that word out and be like, yo, if you turn on Tom and Jerry the movie on HBO Max, you're going to get to see some of Zack Snyder's Justice League early. You know, I think that was a thing to kind of get the internet buzzing and get people, you know, watching this to boost the numbers of Tom and Jerry up. But some people think it was Warner Brothers giving a big FU to Zack Snyder because nobody wanted to do it. If they didn't want to do it, it wouldn't be getting released on HBO Max. I don't care what fan cries say. It is what it is. Warner Brothers is going to do what Warner Brothers want to do. Now, here's my thing about Tom and Jerry. I'm not a big fan of the live action animation mix. I mean, we've had movies that set the bar real high for this. We had Space Jam, the original. We had Who Framed Roger Rabbit. That was awesome. And that was a real great live action animation mix. Story was great. Acting was okay. But it was a memorable story. It played on the nostalgia and it had people kicking it. Now, here's the deal. All right. Because this movie is really banking on it. I mean, I'm going to be honest. I love seeing the classic Tom and Jerry characters. The classic Tom and Jerry characters were great. Droopy the dog. Oh, he made a guest appearance. We saw Spike, Butch, Toodles, Topsy, Goldie. These were all the characters, you know, the cats, the fish, you know, the dog. Spike was my man, you know. But here's the deal. The upbeat soundtrack and those nostalgia elements were just not enough to get that connection from an older viewer like me. I mean, I'm just throwing it out there. I'm just letting you know. I mean, I liked hearing a Tribe Called Quest in the beginning, talking about, can I kick it? Yes, I can. Can I kick it? Yes, I can. I love that. It was cool seeing them, the animated pigeons fly over New York. It was all that. But here's the deal. All the head bopping, when combined with one-dimensional acting by top name stars, was just not enough to save the movie for an adult endorsement. Now, I'm going to go here. I loved my trip through the childhood. It was a cute movie. It was okay. But what does it get on the Going Full Nerd scale? It only gets a 3 out of 5 on the Going Full Nerd scale because it is good for kids. It is that mindless, funny action that you'll get for kids. But adults who's paying the bill for the streaming service, who have to set aside that time to sit and watch this, it is what it is. I mean, the message, true love, putting aside your differences. Okay, yeah, we get it. But anyway, that's about all it gets. Even the little fiasco with Zack Snyder's Justice League wasn't enough to get me to watch this movie again. I'm glad it came out on streaming, and I'm glad, I'm not glad for the pandemic, but I'm glad that it wasn't in the movie theaters, because to me, this would have been an overpriced distraction that should only have been watched as a matinee. Okay? Just putting it out there. But this is your boy Onyx here, Going Full Nerd. Remember, like, share, subscribe. Also, please take the time. You could be more than a subscriber. You could be a producer. How can you do that? Click on the membership button. Click on join on youtube.com/goingfullnerd and get that recognition you so deserve as a producer of my podcast and my YouTube channel. Peace, y'all. I'm out of here.
Say it with your chest now. Say it with your chest now.